Welcome everyone to the show. I am your number one host, Don Vic. You already know I'm in the building, baby. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, does today we have a special guest coming on the show. You know what I'm saying, guys? I've been promoting this for a couple weeks now. I'm excited. I came in a little early. That's how excited I am because I can't wait to talk to this amazing guy that's coming on the show today. And I'm a big fan of him. I'm a big fan of his father. And for those of y'all that don't know his name is Hector Macho Camacho Jr. Ooh boy, boy. So today we're going to be talking about some exciting things. We're going to talk about what he got going on today. Talking about some stuff. I know he got some businesses going on. We're going to talk about his business. We're going to talk about his prior fights that he had in the past, and we also going to talk about what's really going on social media with my other brother Hazel Roche. What's the beef between these two? What's really going on between these two gentlemen? You know, this is how I got in contact with Mr. Hector Camacho Jr. The back and forth with Hazel Roche calling out Hector Camacho. Like, what started all this beef? Don Vic Inquiry wants to know. Okay, and I tell you guys, when it comes to boxing, or any type of this gossip, it has to come on the Don Vic show first. I'm telling you, I'll bring you all the gossip, all the fights. It's on this show, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing you the gossip straightly, directly from the Don Vic show. So y'all got to tune in. And remember, guys, to share, because sharing is caring. All right. So if you're on the show, please share this out because it's going to be an exclusive interview with Hector Macho Camacho Jr., WBC light middleweight champ. So we're going to be talking to him, and I'm excited. Hey, I'm excited, guys. I'm excited. I know he's out of town. I believe he's out in Texas somewhere. But I sent him the link. I can't wait for him to log in so we can talk to him. I'm wishing that we don't have any technical problems with him logging in. So we can get him here and we can get the show on the road. Oh boy, am I excited. So real quick, I just want to shout out everyone and that's been on the show, support the show. Big shout out to YouTube, Parapost Network, P3 Family, Instagram, and TikTok. And thank you guys for showing the love and support. Also, big shout out to Africa, Nigeria, Australia, Scotland, every country that's out there to show me love. I appreciate you guys from the high. Y'all already know what it is. Mad love. Y'all know the vibes. Family ties, baby. What's up, Anna? Thank you for logging in. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hey. So, guys, Anna's a friend of mine. She's a paranormal investigator. She's also a talk show host. And, I want to congratulate her because she is now on a magazine. Okay. So, congratulations. And she'll be on other magazines. That's the message I got. So, we want to congratulate her on her progress, and in just a short time, she's been doing so great. She's now on the front magazine. She's gotten like almost 200 followers. So she's doing her thing, and that's what we're talking about. Support our host and our friends because that's how we all gonna grow here. You understand what I'm saying? So big shout out to Anna, and you guys can follow her on her page. You know what I mean? Um, what's up, Nando? What's up? What's up? Nando's in the building. I'm good, baby. I'm good. I'm better now that you're here and you joined the show. We're just waiting for Hector Camacho. He'll be in like at 7. I told him to log in at 7. So hopefully, we don't have any problems with him connecting to the show, and we can get him in here and we can talk to him because I am excited to talk to Hector. So many things I want to ask him about his career and his upcoming with his father and stuff like that. May he rest in peace. So I don't know if you guys are a fan of boxing or if a lot of you guys know about Hector Macho Camacho. He was a Junior, he started his career right after his father. Um, and he has fought. He got 57 fights, 58 wins with 32 KOs. Woo, 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 boy, what a record! Okay, so he was right there, right behind his father. You know what I mean? And and I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of boxing. You know, as I got older, I started getting into other things, so I kind of started fading away from the boxing. But I've always been a fan. Um, I started getting back into it when I met my brother Hazel Roche from Celebrity Boxing. I got right back into it again, and I've been going, to Hazel's fights here and there every other month. I go there and I support him. Um, over at Atlantic City. Um, that's where he be having his fight. So I go out there and support him, show him the love because everyone needs support. You know what I mean? Everyone needs support, especially if you're into something or you're working on your career. You want support. You want to have a team around you that show you real support, real love, um, and really wants to see you win. So big shout out to Hazel Roche as well. Um, shout out to Damian Feldman from Celebrity Boxing. He's the CEO of Celebrity Boxing. So big shout out to Damian Feldman. And all the boxers too. All the boxers. Frankie Picard, which is a champ. He's also the Celebrity Boxing champ. We got Young CEO, also another champ. Um, you know, Mike Mazza is also a fighter there. Ryan Delton, he's the mouth of celebrity. You know, uh, John Dams Jr., also a boxer from there. And actually, I was his corner man this last fight that they had in Atlantic City. I was the corner man of John Dams Jr. So I want to just thank him for giving me the opportunity to walk him out to the ring and be in his corner. It just brought me back to when I was younger. So, good things, man. Good things, good things. What's up, June? What's up? It's my cousin Junior, man. DJ Night Escape. He's a DJ, dope DJ. My cousin, not because he's just my cousin, but he's dope. He's out here in Boston. He be going to all types of clubs out here downtown. He be rocking it. He be rocking the club. You know what I'm saying? Killing those turntables. So you guys can go on his page. You can check him out. Make sure to see where he's at, what club he's gonna be playing in. Because my cousin's dope. He be playing the hot music, up to date music, man. All types of music too. Salsa merengue, hip hop, slow jams, country, whatever you want. My cousin got it. And if you want to book him for a show, you know, reach out to him. If you can't reach him, reach out to me, and I'll reach out to my cousin. We make it happen. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. Family ties, baby. We got mad talent in my family. I'm saying, we listen. All my uncles, they play guitars. They play guitars or cuatros, or they sing. Um, and we all got it from. I got it all from my grandfather, my father, my uncles, and I got a big family. We got like 18 uncles and aunts altogether. It was 20, but I believe two of my uncles died at birth, but there was 18 of them. So you can just imagine how many cousins and nephews and all things we got. You know what I'm saying? So we're a big family, and Junior is my first cousin. Junior is my first cousin. His mother's my aunt, my first aunt. You know what I mean? So that's blood right there. And he's a DJ. So my sons are artists. They sing. I mean, they rap. I do it. I sing. I do it too. Rap too. But we all do all types of stuff when it comes to music. So we come from that. And I used to box back in the day. We used to fight. I used to fight back in the days. Nothing big, no professional fights, nothing like that. It was all amateur things. But I got in the ring and did my thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I always been a fan of boxing. Always been a fan of sports. Period. You know. Uh, so So make sure you follow my cousin, man. You DJ, great DJ. That's who you follow right there. Junior DJ Night Escape. Boy's nasty, boy. Trying to tell you. What's up? What's up, Anthony? Sabello's in the building, guys. Anthony's an amazing guy. He's also a paranormal investigator. He out of Texas. You know what I'm saying? He out of Texas. He out of Texas. Great dude. Um, you know, been on my show. I've been on his show. Great guy. He got a great team. Um, and great supporter. And this is what I'm talking about. He shared my stuff. I share his stuff. He shares a lot of people's stuff, and that's what it's all about. Share, and sharing is caring. So, um, we just need to keep supporting each other, um, like we're doing, and keep moving forward. That's what it's all about. You know what I mean? So, I also seen another post with Hazel Roche, my brother Hazel Roche, two-time champ from Celebrity Boxing, post up something about him fighting LB Shore, artist LB Shore again. They fought the first time. LB Shore won the fight. Um, so now I guess LB Shore wants to have a second fight with Hazel Roche. So I don't, there's a lot of things going on social media. Hazel going after Hector Macho Camacho. Now, LB Show stepping in, talking about he wants to rematch with Hazel Roche. So, we need to find out what's really going on. But I'm going to get Hazel on the show too and find out what's going on, and see if I can get LB Shore on the show as well. See if I can get him on the show so he can talk to us about what's this all about. He want a rematch, and I just want to um, say that I'm happy that LB Shore is getting better. He's recuperating. He was in the hospital for a while for whatever reason, but he's back, and and I just want to say, welcome back, and I hope that you know, you get better. Um, so there's a lot there's a lot of things happening in celebrity boxing. So we trying to find out what's really going on. You know what I mean? Hi, Emma. Emma is also a paranormal investigator. Actually, I'll be on her show on Friday. She's gonna have me on her show on Friday. So make sure you guys tune in, man. Show my girl some love and find out what I'm all about. Okay? Find out what the Don Vic's all about, baby. Okay? Um, and I'll be on Emma's show, and I'll be on her friend's show, Catherine Thomas, as well on the 17th. Also be on my brother Marcus Wells, Minnesota Spirit Hunters, on February 7th. I'll be on their show as well. So I got a couple of shows that I'm gonna be going to, um, starting Friday, um, the 6th, and on the 17th, I'll be with Catherine Thomas on her show. ISS, I believe it's ISS something. I forgot what it was. ISS something. But this is what it's all about, baby. Promotion, 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 promotion. Yeah, Emma, thank you. Cause I got bad memory. I got so much stuff going on. Okay, yeah, 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 yeah. She did say that. She did say that, Emma. She did say that. Yeah, Scotland in the house. Big shout out to Scotland. You heard? Big, big, big shout out to Scotland. You know what I mean? Showing love, showing the love. Road to discovery. That's it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Find out what the Don Vic is all about on Friday. I don't be on a lot of show people because I be busy. But when I get on the show, you got to guys tune in because I just don't be popping up in a lot of shows. I say yes to certain people to get on the show. I don't say yes to everybody. Because I just don't. But you know, if you really want to know what I'm about, you want to know my stories and what I'm doing up to, tune into Emma Sanders' show on the 6th, and you'll find out a little bit about what I do, where I come from, what I've been through, my struggles, and where I'm at here today. And maybe I can inspire somebody. You know what I mean? I hope I can. You know, because it's all about helping others. Yeah, you should. Okay, because in a couple more months, in another year, it's gonna be hard to book me on a show. Okay, because I'm gonna be moving and grooving. Okay, so you can say you got the exclusive with the Don Vic show. You got them on your show. A couple months from now, it's gonna be so hard to get me on any show. Okay, so Emma, you got me. You got me. Okay, for real. You will get me again. Yeah, you will. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. You know. So, so yeah, people. I'm excited for everyone everyone that I know is doing positive things, and I hope 2023 brings us all, you know, great blessings and stuff like that, man. Because we're going, this is the time to shine. Oh boy, I got my man Hector Camacho in the building, boy. Oh boy, oh boy. I'm excited, guys. I'm excited. And we're going to bring my man Hector Macho Camacho Jr. on the show. We're going to talk to him and find out exactly what he got going on at this present day. Boy, I'm sweating already, and I ain't even in the ring with the boy yet. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even in the ring with Mach yet, and I'm already sweating. Oh, boy. So, people, please welcome the one and only champ, Macho Camacho Jr.
Macho time.
Easy,
Macho time.
easy,
We
easy,
finally
easy.
on the Don Vic show. I told you, ring that bell. I'm ready.
Oh, ding, ding, ding. It's on and popping, baby.
What's up, baby? It's good
Man,
to be on. It's a blessing, man. Happy 2023.
like, wow, yo, man, you just killed me with that look, bro.
Oh, man, it's original, man.
That's
No es
what you
nada
killed me.
fabricado. It's original.
Yo, you kill me with that look, bro. You gave me that left hook, boy. Okay, okay. So listen, I am honored because I know you're a busy guy. You know, you're doing your things. I know you got your businesses and stuff going around. I just want to thank you for giving me this time to come on the show. I appreciate you. And I know and I just want the world and my viewers to see that, you are still around and you're still doing things just because you've been out of the social media light,
Yeah.
you still doing things. So
Yeah.
I tell us. I know you was born in New York in September. You had 67 fights. You had 58 wins with 32 KOs. You came out. You retired with a great record. What got you into the boxing?
Yeah, Rick, it's a long story. First of all, let me tell you thank you. Because there was for people like you, the viewers, the listeners, the public, who wouldn't know what's going on with me. So
That's
we
right.
give thanks always to people like your guys who actually push us out there and keep us relevant. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Because if there ain't people like you, people wouldn't know what the hell Camacho's doing if they listen to Don Rick show. But
That's
yeah,
right.
man, I'm a New Yorker, born and raised, a proud New Yorican. I came out in the age of the 80s, in
Yeah.
Spanish Harlem was a drug infested neighborhood. During those days, New York City was wild, man. Um, we came up from the streets, and as I grew up, all thing I knew was my pop was famous. I used to walk down the street and random people used to point at me, stop me. Oh, that's Camacho's son. That's Camacho's son. I'm a little short. I didn't know, they just stop me. I used to take a picture. I didn't know what was going on. But I
Right.
grew up with that spotlight. It may sound good, but of course it has its pros and its cons. When you
Right.
go to New York City, you forced to be tough. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
used to get picked on a lot. That bully was the issue. You come out your son, let's fight. Or you come out your son, where you live in the project. So
Right.
being the son of Hector Macho Camacho had its good, but it had its bad as well, because that's my father's spotlight. That was his time. He was the man. And reality was I was still in the project living.
Right. So check this out, Mach. I got my brother here, good friend of mine, Brian Barbosa, in the damn building.
Oh, that's my brother, man. That's
Brian
my
Barbosa.
brother.
That's my man. You know, he
We took my Rhode Island.
yeah. Well, let me
Brother.
see, Rhode Island. I think he is. I think he's in Rhode Island still. I think he is. But he's here. He's another champ. He's been around where your pops was around. You know what I'm saying?
If
So
it's the same one, ask him. Does his name is LB? You know what I'm talking about.
LB.
Rico, tú sabes.
Claro, yeah,
Piña.
yeah. So so you was in the Bronx coming up, and people used to point you out and ask you why you still in the projects. So what
Spanish Harlem. So
Spanish Harlem?
when you grow up in New York City, my mother, my grandmother, man, I couldn't go nowhere. They're watching me. Abuela, pues, don't go out too far. They're gonna kidnap you. They're gonna take you, Camacho's son. So I grew up in that kind of shadow. It was my family to keep me out the streets of New York City. They kept me in the boys' club. They kept me out of trouble. And along with the boys who claimed they escaped, I played basketball, baseball,
Right.
everything but boxing. It was in my system, but I did everything but boxing. We didn't do boxing until I moved to Orlando, Florida in 1994. My mother said, we moved to Orlando, Florida. You're not gonna stay home after school, do nothing. We gotta find something to do. Let's go to the gym. She's the one who actually pushed me to box. I didn't want to fight. I wanted to be Pedro Clemente. I wanted to be a baseball player. I didn't have to fight. My father was Macho Camacho. They don't need me to fight. You know, I'm good. But
Yeah.
she always wanted me to beat somebody. So that's who inspired the boxing, my mother.
I got another friend of mine here, Mach. His name is Lawrence Monroe, a good friend of mine. He from Harlem. He said
Mm.
I went to school with his father, and he told me he showed him how to box. Your father showed my man Lawrence, and you know what? He knew your father well. He said when you talk to Macho, ask him does he remember how his father got his name? What teacher gave Macho his name?
If I'm not mistaken, it's Robert Lee. If I'm not mistaken. But Little Man, his name from the hood was Little Man. That Macho he come to later on in boxing and gave him the name Macho. But his street name in New York City, growing up in Spanish Harlem, was Little Man.
Okay. So Brian said, this is great because as I'm talking to you, I'm getting feedback from Brian. He said help your Macho for the fight of Durant. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did. He
Wow, I
gave my
didn't know that.
father quality work. Me and Brian grew a big friendship after that, man. That was a crazy brother right there, man. But he wanted to help my father. He actually pushed my father. Nah, bro, come on and go to jail. They got to a point they were gonna fight outside of the ring.
So my boy says Mr. Flannery gave Camacho the name.
Patrick Flannery, yes. Rest
So
in peace, Patrick, who's the advisor. That's
right,
true.
so
Your boy know what he's talking about.
that's right, that's right. He said Mr. Flannery gave him that name.
Patrick Flannery. He said, teacher, I should have picked it up because I was his teacher. His bad ass couldn't be in school no more. He used to go to school with yellow buses. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So you started boxing at an early age, at the age of 18.
Early in there, I didn't have no choice really. Guys always go to my father's training camps for his fights. I'd always be around. I did not show him I want to fight, but when he's sleeping, I try his outfits on. I wanted to be there. He was my superhero.
Right. See, I was going to go to that because you came back to fight again because you wrote a comic book named Macho Dad,
Yeah, a children's book, yes.
a children's book, Macho Dad, and you wrote it because you felt that your father was a superhero. That touched me when I read that it touched my heart, because
Mm-hmm.
you know I can feel the love there. The connection was strong and deep just by you saying what that little quote said so much to me. I said, wow, these kid was really
Yeah.
attached to the pops. So I feel the love, I feel the loss. But so you wrote the book. Tell us why you wrote the book.
Well, that's my man Dustin Warburton, co-author, and Dan Monroe, the illustrator. My pops passed away, man. I didn't know how to explain to my daughter Shania. At that time, she was about 13, and my baby was just born. And my father actually waiting to see the granddaughter that was being born. And I don't have to explain to them that the grandfather's gone.
Wow.
So I met with Dustin. Dustin did children's book. He wrote with Dennis Rodman. A lot of famous people said they do want your father. I said, all right, cool, cool. And I actually started writing. I love to write. I'm a person. I got my notebook. I'm always writing. So as I started writing stories, it made me, it was therapeutic, man. I started hating like inside. I started crying sometimes. I started laughing. So I wrote that book to teach a kid how to deal with a loss. Because kids deal with a loss every day when they're young. It could be from a parent to an animal, their favorite bird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
a person of spiritual belief. Not necessarily when you're gone. I mean, it's a bad thing. There's life after death, I believe, if you close yourself to the creator, but that's no here nor there. But that was my message, give my father out. He's like a superhero. And why I say that superhero? Because most of us who come from the project, our papa's not around. We
right.
single parent my
Yeah,
mother. So it was somebody who I see on TV, and he'll come around my school to pick me up, come around for the weekends, pick me up summertime, and I'll see him. I'll live that life like, wow, and back to reality. So that was my superhero. Whenever he's around, they're like, oh shit, Papa's here.
yeah,
So that's
yeah.
the kind of relationship I had. So that inspired me to write that book.
Wow, wow. And you know, it it's just amazing how us Latinos, how close we are to our parents. We're really close to
Yeah,
our parents. Either our
yeah,
mother or our father, and I get that what you said because when I was younger, my father's always working. We own businesses and stuff, so I was always home with mom. So when I
mhm,
seen Pop, he was like you said, like my hero. He was everything.
yeah.
So I got excited, overexcited, where I got a beating after he left because I was acting up.
I was
You know,
likewise.
so I know exactly what you mean. So, um, prior to that, so you came on, you fighting. You started at an early age.
Yeah.
Your career started boosting up. You started doing great. I was watching some of your fights, and I was glad that you know when your father left boxing,
Hmm.
you stepped in, and you stepped in like blasting. Like I was like, yo, who's this kid? Like
Yeah,
you
man.
came in like knocking people out, and I said, espérate, este chamaquito parece a alguien. And,
Yeah.
and my cousin was like, yo, that's Macho's son. I'm like, nah. And when I saw the name, I was like, oh, he fights just like he looked just like him. So then I started following you and
That's
stuff like
facts. That's facts. Yeah.
and then I started following you, and you had great fights. In 2002, you lost your first fight, right? You lost your first
Yes.
fight with Omar Ways,
Omar
from
Weeze.
Wees from Argentina. How was that before you lost that fight? You was having a good run. How did that feel, and how did you feel when you lost that first fight?
You know what? It was coming. Because, I say my goal in boxing was to be known for myself. I used to get tired of people saying, oh, ese hijo de, ese de Camacho. Oh, that's Camacho's son. I want to be known for myself. So
Right,
I kind
right,
of went into boxing to make my own name, to
right.
show my father, look, I could do it too. It was
That's right.
kind of one of those type of things. So I
Right,
went into boxing. My goal was to become world champion. No, my goal was to know for myself, Hector Camacho Jr., not just the
right,
son of Macho Camacho. And I believe I accomplished that when I fought on HBO. I was the main event. My father fought my undercard.
right,
So that was my time to shine. And
right.
after that fight, I fought Jesse James Lejas. That was a fight that got cut. And
Yeah,
went to the scorecard and I got bad rep for that. Camacho quit. And I seen the ugly side of boxing.
right.
Before that, I was the next Latino superstar.
You
I,
was.
I was on the verge of being the next De La Hoya
Yeah,
before De La Hoya, making that money. I was
yeah,
up there. Camacho, going, Papa. I was number one. I was ranked. I had a title and everything was coming in easy. But that side of boxing I didn't like, the ugly side, which I've seen it through my father's side. When he
right.
fought Rosario, they hit him. I watch him so correr. He became a runner. They turn on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
the target. So when that happened, it was easy for me to say, by carajo boxeo. That's it. I'm done. I accomplished my goals. And
right,
my discipline after that wasn't the same. I started doing box bacohello by sitting bacohello. The difference between me and my father, that was his craft. He
Yes.
was a pure, like he didn't play with boxing.
Oh man, he was.
He just told me, yo, you better stop playing around. Like he just take it serious even to his old age.
Yeah.
And that's where it came apart. I just want to make my name. And I felt like I did that in boxing alone. Okay, boxeo, it failed, man. Boxeo
Yeah.
is a beautiful sport, but it failed. Business-wise, about 90% of fighting time broke. I
Right.
wasn't gonna be one of those statistics, So I left the game with my head on my shoulders. I came back every here and there by holding Barcelo just to do it. I still gotta float around and hope for a big fight. And that big fight never came.
Right.
When you wanna run like that, you take advantage of that run. I didn't take advantage of that run. It came to a point that I got cocky.
Right.
And the Omar Weech fight humbled me. When I got my first loss. My father told me, see, keep playing around. That humbled me. And after that, I lost the sport, the passion for boxing. For
Right.
me, it was just a business.
Right. Wow. And you're right. You know why? Because now that my foot is in the industry, right? I see what you're saying. I see it. I see the good part and the dirty part. And
Yeah,
I'm in there, but I'm in a little distant back where I can see what's going on because I don't like to put my foot in. I like to see the movement. And you're right.
it's
Even in the
scary.
yes, it is. Even in the movie, uh, uh, the acting industry is the same way.
Ooh, I didn't know that. I'm finding out now. I'm finding out now. I'm trying to do my father's script. It's about time to put the Macho Man movie out there. It's a
Right.
dirty bit. It's scary. It's a dirty business. People have no idea what it's like. And
That's right.
I grew up in the business. I've seen how I treated my father. So I knew. So I kind of moved my way. I
Right.
moved around the vultures. I learned the game from young. I was
Right.
smart, smart, get out of contract, break contracts. I told my big lawyers, man. I mean, big promoters. I was signed to American Presents. I was signed with HBO. Boxing is a wicked game. It's definitely a wicked game, beautiful sport.
Right. You know, and this is crazy because you don't know who to trust in the game because you got
Yeah,
so many people with small screen that tell you a good story. They sell you a good story. You see, some of them are so good that they let you see that what they're doing, and you thinking it's true, and it's not even what it is. It's a smoke
yeah.
screen. So you got to be really aware of what's going on in this industry: boxing, acting, comedy, any of that. You know.
Any
So
business where there's money, there's greed. And most of us come from the bottom when we talk about boxes. We
yeah,
come from some messed up upbringing. We come back from poor, uneducated. It's a poor man's sport. So imagine us. We dedicate our life cuando cantazo y para retirar el pelado sin chavo. Qué pena. Y
yeah,
loco, no puede hablar, no puede trabajar. So
yeah,
boxing, and I tell these kids when I go to the gym and I do my work outside the gym, when I'm constantly working with the kids. I got a foundation. I'm always pushing. I'm always telling them, don't think boxing it's an outlet, of course. It's a way to riqueza. You train hard, discipline. You have if God chooses you, because it's a dirty sport. Not because you go into boxing, you make millions. It doesn't work like that.
right,
Like you gotta get cantazos in life to really get it.
right, right. And you got to know people.
Yeah, contacts is everything.
You gotta
You
have
gotta
some.
have like a dome. Es como un dome. You gotta have that dome on you. Be able to make things move.
Yes, yes. That's why I think what's the what is it TMT this kid Mayweather is
Yeah.
so is so you know um popular as he is with the boxing. He made the right moves, and that's why he's who he is.
You know what he did? When he was pretty boy Floyd Mayweather, he wasn't selling out arenas. He was good, but he wasn't this money machine until he got around the right team.
That's right.
He got with the money team.
Hmm.
And he started seeing things a little different.
Right. Wow.
And he expanded. I mean, sometimes you see boxing and you see stars, but you don't get it alone. It's a team effort.
Right.
For the night of fight, you just see the fighter. But it's a
Right.
team effort. There's a lot of work being put in.
Right. Right. From the team, not just you.
Yeah, yeah,
Individual,
yeah,
by the whole team. Yeah, I
yeah.
get it. again,
And when it comes to TMT, Floyd Mayweather, TM whatever, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
They work cohesive. They work as a team. That's what it takes.
right, right. My boy says, Lawrence says, I used to box with his father at Connie's gym.
Oh, old school. Rob Belief, Pee Wee Rucker.
Yeah, yeah.
Tell me those stories that he hit my boy, beat my father up. I don't want my father alive. He can't. No me con cuento. My
Well,
father can't protect himself. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So in 2009, you defeated Israel Cardona for the
Yeah.
WBC light middleweight title.
Yes.
How was that feeling when you got? Did you, okay? But before you even answer that, when you came into that fight, what were your thoughts when you saw your opponent? Did you say it's an easy fight? I got this, or did you say, this is going to be a tough one?
I remember when I was coming up in boxing, I was always a student of the game, so I knew all fighters. Israel Cardona was boxing during that time. He was up. He was about a veteran by the time I was coming. I had 4 or 5 fights. He was a veteran already. He had tough fights. So I remember seeing the name when they called me up for the matchup, but it wasn't always who you're gonna fight. It always, though I had a big weight issue, making weight. And during that fight, man, I woke up my heavy mode that I knew that I like to eat. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that fight 154. I remember when they called me for that fight at 180. I had to bust my chop for that fight. Man, it was a tough fight. He's a veteran. But actually the fight ended up easy, ended up being an easy fight. And thank God I got the victory due to the circumstance I had to go through making the weight. See, the people don't see that side of the boxing game. To wake up in the morning, get up in the morning, go running, your body hurts, come back, you can't eat what you want to eat, you're not in a good mood, go to sleep, you gotta train, you gotta deal with business, you gotta deal with BS. There's a lot of things fighters go through, man. And during that fight, I was going through some bumpy roads during that time.
Right,
But thank God we got the win on that fight.
right, right.
One of
So
the good fights that I'm proud I'll take on is when my father fought Yuri Boy Campus. Yuri Boy Campus, I think we were 2-time world champion for Trinidad, for De La Hoya, for
yeah,
everybody. My father fought Trinidad. My father fought Campus sometime in 2007, I believe. And that fight ended up a draw. And about 2 months after that, I had a phone call from Newburgh Campus people that they wanted to fight me. They want to fight me. Oh shit! Let me call my father. I remember I called my father. I said, "Pops, the campus people just called me, and they told me, I want to take the fight. They got a date for me." I said, "Who? Newburgh Campus, the guy I just fought." I said, "Yeah, Pop." He took it as a disrespect. Don't take that fight. He gonna beat you. Cause you see me up there, don't take that fight. And that was like a challenge to me. I didn't want to take the fight. I looked at it as disrespect just for my father. I didn't want that, that drama around us. But I took the fight, and that was a fight that I took just to prove to my father that yo también soy bueno. I
yeah,
remember that was a prideful fight that I took with Uber Campus.
right,
I fought Uber Campus, I think, for my father.
right,
And that was like my client back to boxing again.
right. Because I know that was the fight that your father lost against him, but you beat him,
Yeah, I came back in
and you
I
beat
believe it
you.
was a draw. My father lost. I'm not gonna go back in the record and see.
I
But he
think,
fought my father 3 months prior to that.
yeah,
And I got the phone call. I didn't want to take it, but I called my father up, let him know what's going on. Well, he told me, nah, he's gonna beat you. I said, Pacho, está loco, está viejo. He's gonna beat you. And I took that fight because of that.
yeah, yeah.
But
You wanted to prove yourself, like I could do this. I mean,
yeah,
you are a great fighter. I seen your fights. I seen your technique, just like Pops do. Maybe even a little more smoother, than Pops, because you had your own little technique how you operated,
that's
and
about you.
but you were impressive to see in the ring. And when I was outside and people be like, "Yo, que van a pelear, ¿quién? Camacho Junior, yo voy para allá, busca la cerveza que voy para allá."
Yeah, that's
I
how
said,
it was,
I said
man.
that kid is fire, kid. So I always was a fan of you and your father.
Appreciate that.
And you guys had a great career, especially So I know in 2013, because you was out for a while, you took a break, and I was like, "¿Qué le pasó?" Because you disappeared for a while. I'm like, "What happened?" So then you came
I
back.
fell in love, me enamoré con una panameña que mi esposa soy de hoy. Y fui a Panamá y así me carajo con todo, me enamoré. And I've been in Panama for 4 years, man. And now I have
Wow,
a daughter who's 10 years old, been married for 16. And,
that's awesome.
I took time away for myself.
Right,
And during that time, people was over telling me, oh, Camacho, está loco. It's time for you to make money. What you doing over there? But
right,
that time alone has helped me because that helped me spiritually. When I
right,
went to Panama, I got a hold of myself, who I was as a person. So
right,
spiritual, I converted to be, to Islam, and that has helped me in my journey as the person I am today. So there's a reason things happen. And I look, I'm in my 40s. I'm still clean. I feel great. I go to Chico y todavía tú tienes. I get caught for fights. It may be something that
right.
I would dare see how great I am and tell myself to go back to the boxing ring and really try to make a run. Why not? George Foreman did at 45.
That's right.
Compton did at 49. I come from good bloodlines.
Right. Oh yeah, you got a good bloodline. And and your skills, you will never lose that. That's like riding a bike. You can start riding a bike for 10 years. You might get rusty the first fight, the second fight, but when you come on the third fight, boy, it's like you it's like 10 years ago, you know?
I
So
hope, man. But Father Time has a way of kicking us in the butt,
yeah.
and waking us up like, hey, Ahora mismo, ya tomo la mañana y me duele la espalda. Ay, ay, ay. Father Time has a way say,
Yeah.
tranquilate, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Facts. That is so true. I get up now to go to work and my
You-
back is hurting. I'll be like, what I do? I didn't do anything. My back is killing me.
yeah,
That's
so it might not be, something, but I definitely got my hands. I got my promotion license last year. I did a fight in República Dominicana. Um, Boxing. I want to keep my hands into boxing. I definitely want to help the next generation
right.
when it comes down to boxing. Because it's more of a business than a sport now.
Right.
Boxing no lo mismo como era antes. Let's
Right.
fight, see who's good. Now it's a business.
It is.
And
It
it's
is.
tough. But
Right.
I got my hands up in everything. I leave boxing, but I still juggle. With different things. I have my own cannabis line.
Right.
I definitely I don't recommend anybody to smoke. Cause smoking ain't as bad for you. But the kids out there, you medically gonna medicate something the right way. I keep my hands on working with the kids always. That's
Right.
first and foremost. Because I have an opportunity. God gave me a father with a name, and that opened my doors. Now everybody have an opportunity. Some people just don't have that help.
That's right.
But
That's
anytime
right.
I can lend a hand, I do. Even if it's verbally taking time. Apart financially, that's our job as human beings is to help one another. I'm constantly in charity work. I'm
That's
constantly giving back. God was
exactly.
blessed.
Exactly. And
I've been blessed in life.
yes, and I'm with you 100%. And the more you help, the more you give, the more blessings you get all the time. God will bless you with things, you know what I'm saying? And we come from that, because we Latinos, and our moms be like, haz la cosa bien, que por lo bien Dios te ve y te va a dar más blessings.
I
So,
know. Es que
we
a veces me puedo tomar, pero yo hago muchas cosas buenas porque algún día me puedo tomar, pues me perdona. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, you got points.
It's sort of that kind of mind frame.
Yeah. So you accumulated points where if you do something bad, you be like, all right,
Exactly,
you lose
exactly.
1 point.
Perdóname.
Yeah, like in a fight, you did this wrong, you take 1 point out, 1 point out.
Yeah, I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. And that's how we should be in life. Like race every day to be a better person.
Yes,
Because your blessings come back when you do right.
that's right. All day, every day, and I'm a big believer of that. That's why I do my show. I don't charge nobody to come on my show. People be like, "Oh, you can charge us to do it." I'm not about them. I'm about the people, bro. I'm about my people to uplift my people. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying, and help them grow. If I can connect them to my connections, I do it because I'm not after the money. Because I'm after the blessings. You know what I'm saying? I'm after God blessing me because a dollar comes and go, right? A dollar
Yes.
comes and go, but a blessing, man, listen, that'll stay with you for the rest of your life. So I'm after the blessings, and I just don't care. I mean, of course, we need money because money makes the world go round, and
And
we need to pay
of
our
course,
bills.
it's how you get it, how you earn it. The
Right,
greed, some people's greed, they'll cut you. Like it's ugly. And it's
right.
getting worse, my brother. It's getting worse. I believe we live in those times that you love thy neighbors. We live in those times now that I might have the coffee, I don't have the milk. My neighbors might have the milk, and I'm still they have the sugar. If we don't work together, I'm gonna talk you out.
That's right. That's right. we can't have a cup of coffee because you don't want to share with me. And I got what you need. You got what I need. You got the coffee. I got the sugar. And he got the pot. Now, how are we
Yeah.
going to make this work? You know? So it's, yeah, you're right 100%. Oh, shoot. We got my brother Hazel Roche in the building, too. Si me avisa cuando llegue.
Eso es lo que es un busador. Eso es un busador. I'll tell her you can't, I'll knock you out. I'm out of shape right now. Give me 2-3 months y sigue hablando. I might me cojones, I might take it. Yo el peso completo, no puedo decir lo que es, para que respete.
I love it. So, okay, now that we're on the subject, how did this all start, Mach? How did you and Hazel get on this social media back and forth stuff?
It started with a friendly, hey, Macho, ¿cómo está? When you got some time, give me a call. I'm a big fan of you and your father. And listen, I do a little boxing. And I know you're interested. I would like to fight you. I said, me, but get conmigo. Why me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'll be tired, but so we kept going back and forth, send me messages, you know. Nothing offensive, but cool. That's why I never got bothered.
Yeah.
But siguió. And I take boxing serious. You know, boxing for me is DNA. I come from a great bloodline, works in boxing. We don't do no YouTube. We don't do no nothing. We don't relajo. You can't live in you my enemy. And I explained it to Hazel. Pues sigue chavando. I like to bully the bullies. I grew up, I like to bully the bullies. The big boys, I like to bully them. Cuando ven chiquito, no sabía. Papá, después de 2 o 3, no es lo mismo. Quédate tranquilo. Estamos viejos.
So he's been pushing your buttons.
He's been pushing my button in a cool way. And it's something I might take. I'm not going to fool myself. We up there in age. Like I told Jesus, hey, I go back to the gym. Y baja de peso. Y no come mucho. Y cojoname, te voy a caer encima. I'm going to take it serious. I'm going to beat you up. Like, you know, you take my food away. I have to lose weight. I will do that. Who's paying the check? God, I'm into that point that it's business. I hate this. You know, those are cool, but it's business now. You know, it takes a lot for me in my age to get back in the ring with somebody. And boxing on her is not a joke. I want you to understand that. One punch is not a joke. Va a aprender. Sí, va a aprender. Pero déjalo. I like to bully the bullies.
He just said, I'm the bully.
Yeah, I like to bully the bullies. I tell them every time. Yo sí que me gusta este mambo.
Y no, pero que ya yo vi que también salió I'll Be Sure, que quiere un rematch. Yo no sé lo que está pasando ahí.
Está mejor que por allá y actuación, act por allá. Está mejor cuando es act over there. Pues aquí yo acuerdo de chocarlo en el piso.
He's scared. He said you scared. I don't think he's scared, Hayes. So you got some businesses going on. You know, you tell us about your business. What do you got going as far as business?
You know, I got a couple of things going on. You know, I'm always working. I'm working with. I like big projects. It takes time. You know, it's a lot of frustration. But like I said, when it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I'm working a big project after school program. With the government, which I was soon to announce again. During this year, we should be opening something up. They have the location. So I'm big on giving back to kids, you know, and in that area over there, they don't have no after school program and nothing for the kids. So the kids come out of school, they just hang out on the streets and pick up bad things. So I want to get involved in that, and we got a couple steps away from closing that out. That's in my white country in Panama, which is they love boxing, so they know me well. The people out there, they know they're boxing. It's something the country want to get back to boxing because a lot of fighters out there became champion. So we work in those kind of things. I'm a big advocate when it comes down to gun violence. My father died from a bullet, you know. So I'm big on, you know, gloves up, guns down, you know. Helping each other, you know. I'm into that. So I'm working with a good friend of mine, Kevin Oliver. Like I said, I do have a promotion license in República Dominicana, which I'm planning on doing. I do have my bar and grill out there that got rented out. You know, so I'm constantly dibble-dabbing certain things. I'm working with the Hollywood industry now, trying to work on another film. And just, you know, just moving, you know, with good force. I love to write. I love to think. You know, like I said, I'm in the cannabis business, but, you know, cuando puedo dormir, me meto mi medicina y empiezo a escribir y no molesto a nadie. Y también lo que era, lo pongo en papel, and that's how I do the book, and that's how you create things, you know what I'm saying? My wife, mi esposa cansada de mí. 16 años. Mi esposa cansada, la sleeper. You know, I take my thing and me curo aquí. And I keep
Yeah.
myself going always. So you gotta find a way to keep yourself pushing.
Right,
Find
right,
something. You bored, you got time, find something to do. You gotta keep your mind active, man.
right. And you know, we're creators, we creators. So we
Yes.
constantly creating things, we're trying to create something, so that keeps us motivated. And it's hard to also, move around when you're married or you have a spouse, to do things because you got to take care of home, you got to do this and that,
Yeah.
so I get it that it's not easy to maintain a relationship while you're moving around so
Yeah.
much. You were just in Texas. Are you still in Texas? Are you home yet?
I'm in Texas now. Yeah, I'm back home, the family for a little bit, and we planning the next move. That's how we always are. I'm glad I got a supportive wife. Who supports me in that. She knows. That I'm out there. You know what I'm saying, and doing what I have to do for the family coming back. Um, but yeah, man, it's always like you said, creating things, man, staying positive, keep pushing forward. Look, I don't like this. This is so 80. Hector Macho Camacho, but I keep this on to remind myself que se puede. He came from the projects. He made it
Yes,
to the White House. Se
yes,
puede. I see that. It reminds me, even when I'm tired, I'm hurting.
yeah.
Coño, man, que joderse. He did it. No
Yes,
imposible.
yes, right. He did.
So I keep this around, no porque me gusta, todo lo pongo y lo viro acá atrás, you know what I'm saying? But it's just a reminder.
Right. That's so dope. That's so
You
dope.
never know. I lose like 45. I lose about 45, 50 pounds. I could play his movie. I could play his part in the movie. You never know.
Hey, I mean, and you might and who better than you? You know him. You that's your pops. You got the blood. You look alike.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
fight just like him. You'll be the perfect person to play that part. I mean, I don't see nobody else playing it but
And
you.
when I did this, yo digo doble sentido. Coño, voy a hacerlo así porque así bajo de peso, me pongo lindo de nuevo. Y mi esposa me cela un poquito, y no sé, estoy caliente. Tú sabes cómo es.
Yeah, you crazy, Hack. You crazy as hell, boy. I'm not telling you. So that's So I, I I don't know. What do you think about the fight with Hazel? If that's even going to happen, how do you feel? Would you even take that fight if it came to the table?
I told Hazel I'm gonna take my butt back to the gym starting January, and I'll get back to let me figure out how we can make sense. Si ese tipo come, él no le importa si está gordo, está gordo. A mí sí me importa, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm not a heavyweight. I'm a
right,
heavyweight now, but yo como mucho. But I
right,
have no problem getting in shape and doing exhibition.
right,
I have
right.
no problem. Eso es lo mío. Juan, y ya tranquilo. You know?
No me le dé muy duro, Héctor. No, no me
Pues no es vergüenza.
Please don't. No me lo.
Yeah, but it's interesting, because the people that follow Hazel, it surprised me. 'Cause a lot of people know who Hazel. You know him too. Yeah, I know him. Oye, poquito buena gente, y cool, papá. I don't get it. Like I don't get the whole celebrity boxer. No. My thing from small, capana suena tú eres mío. You know what I'm saying? It's me or you. Like I don't play. I don't play boxing. But como es grande, así, bambulón grande, mongol, so he can hold it. Pues vamos a hacerlo. If it makes sense.
Sí, porque tú sabes, celebrity boxing, eh, how I see it, celebrity boxing and boxing, like where you come from and your father come from, it's a different world. Um,
100%.
so celebrity boxing is more entertainment, I would say. Pero sí se dan un par de puños, a veces se zafan, que se meten un par de puños esta gente, que tú sabes que hay que recogerlo del piso. Um, pero es más, para mí, es más entertainment. Pero es la gente va because it's entertaining. You got people
Yeah.
throwing blows, you got wrestlers coming in here being boxers, y gente va. Yo he ido a la pelea de Hazel y me encontré con Tretch, me encontré con Kid and Play, me encontré con este Regina Garciano, me encontré, like, celebrities go to these fights, so están en algo, hay algo, yo creo que tú puedes hacer algo ahí con Hazel.
Sí,
¿No me
eso
entiendes?
es, puedes saber, y busca la ambulancia también, que la saque así de rueda. I don't play boxing. You know what? Hey.
You're going too hard on Hazel. Easy, Sheila, easy. El bambulón, el bambulón. Que siempre está hey, siempre que lo veo, macho, siempre que veo a Hazel está comiendo pasteles, comiendo chuletas.
Yeah, un comelón. Así me voy a sacar la miel. Sigue comiendo. Un body shot se va a tranquilizar.
Dice, y habla de bully. Dice, escuche Hazel, y habla de bully.
Hay que defenderme. But man, that's something we're looking forward to doing. I'll get with Hazel soon. See if his team and my team could meet up somewhere, in the middle, and she could work something out. Cause there's ways around it. If it's interesting, entertaining, why not? It's what I do. It'll be good to challenge myself to get in shape, at the same time.
Yeah, yes. So maybe you guys need to sit down with Damien and talk that out. Talk the contract out. If it's beneficial for you, beneficial for Hazel, why not?
That's why I do my sleep.
Yeah.
Yo pienso en boxeo todo el día, me despierto todo el día. No sé si estoy loco o qué, but that's what I think. That's my job,
Yeah. So when you was fighting, Heck, who was your toughest opponent that you can say? Who was your toughest opponent?
Hey man, I hate to say myself, man. It really was myself, the motivation. Okay. Like, I don't know, man. Yeah, difícil. When I used to watch my father's career, I used to like how the leeches, people on top of him, and wanted to see how to get around just to be around them for the money part or to get a benefit or whatever, whatever's around being around them, what I'm saying? A handout. And I used to hate having that around me, man. I used to hate, having that, man. Because me, for instance, people wouldn't pay me no mind. But they thought, let's come out your son. And then, or something want to pay that, I had to come up with that in the business. Fake. That's something. So when it got to the point that I reached my goal in boxing, towards the end, it wasn't that much a trick. I just do this just my eyes closed. I grew up in boxing, right. So I say I was my toughest challenge, man. Even though all the fights I had, my losses, I never went in the ring thinking I can't win. I always like my chances. My only question was, did I make weight and prepare, and that was tough.
So you would say catching weight was something a little tough for you to catch the weight?
Yeah, I had to go up a lot of weight. I was one of the fighters that 140, as a champion at 140. I just go to 175, 180. Have to lose that weight in 3 months. I mean, that sounds for the Chavez fight, which was a dream fight. Yes, which my biggest fight? I'll say Julio Cesar Chavez, because that was one fight when he beat my father Chavez. That was a huge fight, man. I remember.
I seen that
fight. Was huge. And when he beat my father, I always hold a grudge against Chavez. Damn, I want to fight him. One day I go, I want to fight him. It became a dream that I was chasing at one point. And I came close to fighting Chavez. And he retired. I fought the same show with him when he fought Costa Suda. I fought him Philip Hada, defended my title on Showtime. He fought the main event. I thought we were going to close that fight. We never did. So then down the line came the Chavez Jr. fight. That never happened. We tried. We're never interested. I tried with Omar Chavez, his other son. That never happened. So I got to a point, I fight any Chavez, man. Ricardo, they have a brother, Ricky, una mujer, Olga Chavez, can say, give me a Chavez. So, what I'm saying? And Chavez finally agreed to do an exhibition. And that was my highlight in my career, doing something surreal. A guy who I was there, who I saw beat my father, having a chance to avenge that and just being around the whole promotion part of it. That going to the fight, I wanted to knock Chavez out. And before the fight, I ended up kissing him on the cheeks. I loved him, I honored him. It was a guy who I looked up to all these years, you know what I'm saying? So that was like surreal life. That was something that was dope in my life, in my lifetime.
Yeah, and those are fighters that I used to watch. I used to watch Chavez because he was a great fighter. Your father, the other Mexican kid that you said, La Hoya, this be even before Cotto came in. I think Felix Trinidad was it.
He was a killer.
Yeah, I, he was in there, and so those are the fighters that I Duran, even Brian Barboza, you know,
Hmm.
so all you great fighters, man, and I used to say, man, me gustaría ver a Brian peleando con este o que Camacho Junior peleara con este, because that kid, what's his name? He's like Arab King something.
Oh, the Prince Nassim Ahmed.
Prince, yeah, yeah. I said, wow, if Macho can fight that kid, that would be a great fight.
I get close to that having that fight, but the weight issue. Prince Nassim Ahmed was a fighter that he came that sort of the Macho Man style with trunks, his
Yeah,
entrance, and took it to another level. Took it to
yeah,
another level. Going to ring all kind of carpet, a flying carpet. He went in real kind of things. He made a lot of money. He made a lot of money in
yeah,
boxing. The kid was actually a good fighter, man.
yeah.
He
He
had
killed.
power.
Yeah, he for skinny.
If you look at boxing today, about 90% of fights you see fight on TV, they're wearing Macho Camacho type boxing trunks. And they don't ni the sense as Gracia Macho Camacho. They probably don't even know that I came from Macho Camacho. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Who originated that style of boxing.
right.
When you talk about boxes, you gotta look at the box in a whole, what they meant. Macho Camacho was huge, but he changed the game
Right.
outfit wise, his style of fighting, his
Yeah,
showmanship.
yeah. His style of
Ali, Sugar Ray. Only few fighters touched that. Duran.
yeah,
Macho Man was one of them.
yeah, yeah. And I believe that Hayes was a big fan of yours. He don't want to say it, but his trunks look like your trunks, like your pop's trunks.
Ese parece un sumo wrestler. Esos patos apretados con esa panza. Yo lo he visto con mil veces. Yo lo he visto mil veces.
So so Barboza saying that he used to run 10 miles every day in Puerto Rico. Me and
You
him
know what? I
ran.
had the opportunity of training with Brian Barbosa in Puerto Rico.
Mm,
We trained together in the mountains more. My father fought the Ran. They was in training camps together. And then me and Brian linked up a year afterwards, or 2 years afterwards. And we was in my work together. That boy used to train. He not played with boxing. That boy, he used to eat right. He used to train. He used to jog. He did not play. It's sad when you see fighters like that. Those are real fighters. Sometimes you don't have that management. If you don't have the opportunity, no matter how good you are, you don't get that chance of life. You won't get that opportunity. And boxing is like a monopoly right now. It's tough. If you're not signed with the Al Heyman, the top rank, no matter how much talent you have, nobody gonna see you. You didn't get that exposure. And that reminded me of Brian with the big fights. Brian was a fighter. People didn't want to fight Brian. He was tough.
yeah, yeah. Brian was tough.
Yeah, he was tough.
Yeah, he was tough, and he was the champ. You know, Brian actually came to my studio. He came to my studio when I had my studio in another location with his wife, and I met he knew my son, and my son said, "Hey, I know this guy Brian. He's a boxer, pops. You should bring him to the show." And I brought him to the show. I met him, great guy, and he brought his belts. He brought his belts, and man,
Mm-hmm.
they some beautiful things, man. And yo peleé in Puerto Rico amateur fight. I never got into the professional boxing or nothing like that. But I was always a fan of boxing. I did my little thing in Puerto Rico, in Cagua. But I never got to get the professional or nothing like that. My
It's a
fights
lot
were
of work.
more on the street. I was beating
I
the
hear
guys up on the street. The bully. I was beating up the bullies.
you.
Brian said, but we drank too much. Yeah. So after 2013, you know, you came back at after 2000, 13. You came back. After that had happened to your father, may he rest in peace.
Yeah.
So was the death of your father your motivation to come back?
When he passed, I was just reflecting on his life and reflecting on all the hard work he put in
Yeah, very hard work.
to where, thank God, we as or me as a son, he left that blessing behind.
Oh yeah.
I could pick up that torch and run with it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
He left a powerful name behind.
Yeah.
Um, and that's my motivation. Always like, damn. And think of what the work he put in. That motivated me to try to come back, make a run. Because he just told me, he told me, your poppy, what's up, man? You got everything become big. Why you bullshit? He's over telling me, yo, he was right there to become big. What's up? Get in shape. He's over telling me that. Nah, pa, I'm done with boxing. He just want me to come back. So when he passed, I felt like they're coming back. When you come back to a game, when I came back after passed away, I signed the contract with Golden Boy. I'm gonna fight Demetrius Salita, who's a Jewish fighter they had. Pretty good fighter. We're gonna do that fight outside de La Hoya, and that fight never panned out. The same day as Zab Judah fought Danny Garcia when that fight got canceled. So then I started getting phone calls for being an opponent, fighting guys at 175, 168. That's not my weight class because I already lost respect for boxing, not making weight. I was champion at 140. When I went up to when I went up to the 1996 Olympic Games, I was number one ranked fighter at 139 pounds, 139. So I never left off of 140. Then I started fighting at 154, 160, not caring about the weight, not caring much about boxing. So I started getting phone calls. They wanted to use me for my name.
Mm,
Listen, boxing dirty business. So
yeah.
that's why those big fights never landed. And I started taking fight. Okay, I'll fight a tomato can for 50K. 100K fight a bum. I'll do that.
Yeah.
I was more or less. It became more of a business than they used me for my name. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's what they
Right.
want to do. When they
Right.
can't, when you can't make the money no more, they want to use you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And that's the industry. You know.
Yes.
And so if you're in it and you got a good name or you're doing something, you're popular, take advantage, get all you can get before you start dying down.
Yeah. Yes, sir. And be
Because
smart with it.
yeah,
Us, like I said, us fighters, we don't know. We poor. We come from the bottom, and uneducated. Get into boxing, we forget we gotta pay taxes. You gotta pay management. You gotta pay this. Yeah, like we're not good with money. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. And
So
if you're not, I'm glad you said that. And if you're not educated in the business side of the boxing, that's when you get screwed because you say, okay, I'm getting an example. I'm getting $2 million of the fight, right? Macho's making 2 million. Macho ain't making 2 million because he got to pay his boxers, he got to pay his trainer, he got to pay, he got to pay the team. So
sometimes those expenses go after 50%, and
okay,
then not only that, you gotta pay taxes too.
exactly,
The end of the
exactly,
year come, next thing you know, they start taking your house where you put down. Like we don't have that in boxing, and we should be taught that. There should be an academy for that.
right. I think that that's a setup for some boxers that they don't tell them, let them know that, you know, just so they can strip them from what they got. You know what I mean?
But that's also us getting the right team around us. Like
Right.
we have to anything in life. You want something, you gotta pay for it. Like you want a good management team. You need a good lawyer. You need a lawyer to look over your things. You need a management team. You need a good trainer that's with you, not just
Yeah.
for your money. That's hard to find in business. Loyal people, good people. So we're
What a-
working with a game that scavengers, man. Just care about how much you're getting paid.
Yeah.
Imagínate, yo Hector Macho Camacho. Everybody who came around me wanted something. So I had to keep my eyes open because I seen my father. Yo no
Right.
confiaba en nadie. I try to
Right.
keep my circle small.
Right. Right. And the vultures come out. The vultures come
Oh,
out. You
oh,
know, the vultures come out, and that's why I say, I rock with my team. My team is my kids, and I got respect and loyalty tatted on my hands. My kids got the same tattoos. My whole team got
mm,
this tattoo. Respect and loyalty. We live and we die by that because I understand and I want to show my kid that loyalty take you a long way, and
yes.
respect will take you a long way in anything you do in life. If you respect and you're loyal to the right people, doors will open for you. You know.
That road might be longer
Hmm.
than cutting through, and it might take a little bit longer, but we'll get to you.
Hmm. Definitely, definitely. It'll definitely, and And I'm a good example of that because, and you, because you know, we follow the codes. You know, we follow codes that we grew up in. You know,
Yes.
and you don't see that nowadays. The codes that you and I grew up with on the street codes and just codes in
Respect.
general, you don't see that no more. So it's hard to find loyal people in business for you to work with. That's why I work alone. Everything that you see me do, I do alone because I just don't trust nobody. If it ain't my kids, I just can't. I just can't because I lost a lot. I've been through a lot, and it's just so hard for me to trust people. You know, so I get it. And in this game, is it's just so dirty. So
And it consumes your energy.
oh,
It takes so much from you. If you don't have time to think about yourself and do wusa or
or
humble the
meditate.
Lord, thank God, and take time to give
Yeah,
thanks and repent. If you don't take that time out for that, man, you completely lost, man. Or you didn't have a joy in your heart of something, a kid or a wife or family. You need to find that joy,
yeah,
that second. The life is rough, man. Life gonna punch you in the face all day.
yeah, yeah. It's like getting in the ring, and you know you won't even see it coming when they hit you. You know, you just don't see it coming. So what what inspirational message can you give the people that are watching, the viewers, the fans that are watching right now? What inspirational message can you give them?
I'm a person I got from my mother. Never give up. As long as the fights you fight in the fight, you always have a puncher's chance. Never give up. And when things get hard, there's always something on the other side. There's always a reward. Do things right. Live right. Do right. It will come back to you. Some people call that how do you call that in life, man? Karma. Nah, just the laws of life, man. Do good, you get good.
Right.
Grind. Tomorrow not guarantee nobody, man. And love more. Days are shortened now. Days are going fast. Our loved ones are dying.
Yeah.
Um, stay, keep grinding. Always give thanks, man, and believe in yourself. Cause nobody's gonna believe in yourself more than you. If you don't push yourself, nobody gonna do it. I don't care what you do in life. Do it at your best.
That's right. And make to that. I say it all the time. Push it. Ain't nobody gonna do it but yourself. You know, and whatever good energy you put into the universe, that's what you're gonna get back in return. You know.
Yes.
So, I tell, my viewers and everyone else, keep striving, whatever your dream is, keep pushing to the limit. Don't stop your dream. Don't give
Mhm.
yourself that chance to say, what if I? You know,
Yeah.
what if
Yeah.
I would have
Yeah.
kept going? No, go all the way to the end of the light and see what the outcome is. You know, um, so motivate. If you ain't got nobody to motivate you, motivate yourself. You know, and just keep moving forward because only you can make your dream come true. And like you said, love because God is love. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't got love in your heart, then you definitely ain't got God in your heart. So
Mhm.
you know that's very important. So I want to thank you, bro, for coming on the show. You've been great. I'm going to New York. I'll be in New York next weekend. I'll be out there in the BX. So if you're out there, man,
Mhm.
I'd like to link up when we get some dinner or something. Go beat up Hazel. We
Yeah,
can go
gotta come
beat up
down Philly. We can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Let's link up. Keep me posted, man. Vic, thank you for the time, man. Thank you for exposing myself. People hear my story. I appreciate your macho time. And we're going forward. Big year coming on 2023.
You already know.
Positive. Everything's positive.
Yeah. And if you want, I can connect you to other podcasters that I know that are, iHeartRadio. They're very known podcasters, great guys. I can connect you there so you can also get some more exposure and let them know that Macho's back.
It's still macho time.
That's right.
Now, I appreciate you, Vic. Yeah, we can work together, brother. It's not
Yeah,
about helping one another, push us to the right goal.
definitely.
Appreciate your time, brother. Appreciate your
Thank you,
time.
man.
Thank you, brother.
All right, man.
All right,
Peace.
brother.
Peace. Yes. Yes, 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 people. That was the one and only Macho Camacho Jr. in the building, baby. You know what I'm saying? Want to thank Hazel for making that connection because Hazel made that connection happen for me. So big shout out to Hazel, Roche. But people, this is what it is, guys. Put in the hard work. and you will get things back in return. Hazel Roche and Macho Camacho might be a possibility that they get into the ring, and that's one fight that I definitely want to see. Okay, a heavyweight with a lightweight, or right now he's probably a middleweight, but we're going to see if that fight can happen. Also, we're looking at artist, writer LB Shore might be having a rematch with Hazel Roche. So now we're looking at either or fights that might happen. So, guys, keep posted on the Don Big Show because I bring all the information you need here live on the Don Big Show. And I'm definitely going to bring Hazel on my show so he can, you know, tell his side of the story on why he wants to fight Macho Camacho. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to bring Hazel on the show too as well. We're going to bring him on soon. We're going to talk to him. So people stay tuned for Hazel Roche, two-time champion of celebrity boxing. We're going to bring him back on the show and talk to him and find out exactly what the beef is with Hector Camacho. You heard Hector Camacho today, and I want to thank Hector for coming on. I want to thank you guys for coming on and viewing. I want to thank all my YouTube watchers, all my Parapost watchers, all my Instagram watchers, all my TikTok watchers. Thank you guys. Big shout out to y'all, and big shout out to everyone worldwide that's watching the show. And big shout out to my man L Boogie. You know what I'm saying? It's in the building. Big shout out to Hazel. Big shout out to my man Brian Barboza, two-time champion boxer too. That's my man 50 grand. And everyone else that's on this live. All right. Andy Poland, Sandy De Leon, Besito Sandy, and everybody else that's watching. So, guys, I want to thank you for watching. Make sure you share, because sharing is caring. And I'll see you guys Friday. I'll be on the Emma. I'll be on Emma's show on Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday I have some amazing people. I have my man Raheem. He's an author, book writer, with a book called Ultimate Power. We'll be talking about his book. He'll be on Sunday. I also have my friend Jesus. He's an actor. He'll be on the show Saturday, and yeah. So you guys tune in, and I'll see you guys then. All right. So you guys already know. I'm gonna let y'all go with peace, love, respect, and I'm out this piece.